Hello, pioneers. Welcome back to Satisfactory 1.0. It's fantastic, Mr. Ghost. And it is time to fire this monster up. What is that? 130 gigawatts of rocket fuel power. So we have the two trains here. I have one thing yet to do, and that I gotta tie another sulfur mine in. I'm short. I just wanted to get this thing going and see how, make sure everything's working, and then I'm going to tie in the final sulfur. So as you can see, I didn't forget to do two-lane rail. Heck yeah. So I'm going through this thing here. What a challenge that is. And I still have an option to go this way. So, and I think I did scout over here, and you can get through into the Grand Canyon over here. So eventually, I might go that way. I don't know. Now, I would have liked to have done two-lane rail up to our nitrogen. However, that would take, quite a bit of farting around. So we'll see how that goes. I may update it. But that's what I'm trying to do here, is test this whole thing out with two trains on one line, or, well, basically a main line. But, yeah, this is just a loop, for the nitrogen, so that's fine for now. But eventually, when we get to the power that doesn't require oil, meaning the nuclear power, which then leads to plutonium, and then leads to the fixonium, I guess it is, which is, I think there's a choice between using it, the fixonium, for power or for something else. There is a little bit of a rub there. Okay, well, let's get the, we'll start with the sulfur here. So what I'm missing here is this sulfur right here. And let's see, I have 1,200 sulfur tapped and two normals, 600 apiece for a total of 1,200. I only need, I think, 800. Let me check. Yeah, 800. So plenty of coal there. I figured I'd just go, let's just get it all in. Eventually, this will turn into something else when we switch to the better power. But one thing at a time. So I can click on that and remove it, because we already know what it is by mousing over that. Let's hop in here. I don't have to, but, I'm here. So we can, what's going on here? Hold on. Wait a minute. I want a manual. Oh, there it is. Turn on manual. Or, self-drive. So that train will edge up to that block signal there. Now we're in this one. This is all set up. Turn on self-drive. So we're going to go to sulfur. Yeah. As soon as it's done. Oh, so I think what it's doing is it's docking, and I think what I have to do, there it goes. We'll edit, and then we have to go to this gear wheel here and change the timing. So it's waiting 15 seconds. I can shorten that to 5 seconds. So we don't need any signals, just blocks. If we're doing a T, then we need a signal on if it's splitting off, and a block at the end of that. So it's just blocks all the way down. Check this out. We're going by a waterfall. I might pull some of these foundations out. And, the blocks are so big in this game. I think the map should be at least 10 to 15% larger. They got to expand this out a little more, because there's just not enough room. Oh, I got to get rid of that tree. So, yeah, there's my janky split off there. That's fine. I'm a little worried about getting that sulfur up top, though. So here is the sulfur at long last. So we'll load this baby up. And here's the loop out right there. And so it's basically just join into the other lane. So two lane, so a train can sit behind right there. You can pull right up to that block signal. And here it comes. Look at that. It's so awesome having signals now. So the plan here is to just get everything buffered up here. I'll get that other sulfur before I connect all the power. Because I want to make sure I got everything up and running. There we go. Sulfur. That's what I'm talking about. So that sulfur is just chewed up, gone. That's because it's going to stack. It stacks to 100. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be 100 in here. So that was basic. Oh, wow. 2 trains. I forgot. Yeah, we have 2 trains. Look at that. Oh, that's fantastic. It's so delicious seeing a full 780 belt full of sulfur. All right, this is all buffered up on this side now. And now this side's going here. Oh, wow. This did not take long at all. All right, it's all buffered. Holy craps. So now it's time for the coal trains. All right, I'm going to hop in because I don't know which train is which. Oh, I got to label the trains too. It's not always important, but when you're looking at map view, you can see what's what. Okay, that one's going. And we got RF coal dump off. And then I'm trying to remember to name the stops coal 1200, and not put anything in there. It's just, I don't care what it, I just want to know what the resource is and how much it's outputting. That's it. So there's another thing that I was thinking I need to do is somehow track if a train's coming there, picking up 600 and there's, say, 600 left. I want to have an option to send another train there to pick up the other 600. So I have to somehow get some labeling, for that. All right. Self-drive. Let's go. Oh, it's docking. Oh, you know what? I can cancel that. Oh, signals are making the next stop unreachable. Well, I see what happened here. So I'm heading in. Uh-huh. Yeah. So this signal is on the wrong. I did this. I flipped it. Oh, boy. I wasn't thinking. All right. So I'll have to fix this somehow. Basically, what I have to do. So this is the. Let's see. This one right here is the input line. Yeah. So I have to flip I have to flip the rail or the station. Well, let me showcase this here before I do that. So this is a Mark III fully clocked up for 600, and that's another one. Same thing. 2 normals right here. Yeah. So all right, I'll work on this. Okay, let's see if this works. It didn't snap in to this lane. I had to basically place it. And, whoops. Oh, I gotta do my alt. It's screwed up because you have to have a power pole and wire on here if you want to, have that available for all those hotbars. All right, there's one. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up like that and in. So that should fill up fairly quick. So I still got an error on that one. I don't know why. I'm going to pull this rail up here and replace it. Because, like I said, oh, look at that. Why is that red? Oh, it says too close to another switch. I think this is goofing it up. We'll pull that up. Oh, maybe, yeah. It looks like maybe that's why it didn't place. Because there was something going on here. So that makes sense. I just heard a ding. Okay, now that might do it. Oh, let's check the thing here. Oh, I see what happened. Oh, okay. When I ripped this up. Oh, yeah. I got to set this up. There we go. Got it. So this is where it's helpful to name the trains. So I got to remember to do that. All right, our first coal train. Oh, when I was manually driving the train, to get back here. I can't remember where it was. My train that I was manually driving flipped tracks. It was going on the other side. I was like, you got to be kidding me. I don't know, what's this? Oh, we got a signaling issue here. Interesting. Okay, I hope that fixes it. Somehow that this was all one block and both trains were waiting for some reason. Yeah, that was weird. I gotta look at the I gotta look at that one again, because it was all yellow, yet they were thinking, oh, somebody's occupying the block. Well, no one was, unless, yeah, because all these are broken up here. So I don't understand that. Still learning these signals, you know. Alrighty, here it is. This is, you know, a really large power plant here. So I want to make sure everything is working. Is that the other one? Nope, that's Sulfur. And that's one thing that also annoys me about the Satisfactory is the trains just run and run and run and run. And I wish it was, you know, where they would wait till their load is done before leaving, you know. That way, I don't know, just a little tighter control. All right, here we go. There it goes. Okay, it looks good. I think I hit spacebar sometimes. Rocket fuel. Yes. Automated. I have had those tickets. I haven't even checked them. 33. Holy cow. That's pretty good. Okay, so we're looking good here because just a little trickle. And it's funny because it's just running on its own. There's nothing connected to it. Man, look at this. We got trains going everywhere. 6 trains for power. Good Lord. Alrighty, Pioneers. I came back to the factory because I think I forgot to connect the motors to a dimensional storage. When I redid it all, I think I pulled that case. So I came back here and I had a bunch of crap in my inventory. Got 140 tickets now. So we're going to get that strange creature next. I want to go in order, you know. So I have here recipes. I wanted to look at those. These are new. I don't know if I went over this one already. Yeah, I did. The dark matter trap. But this dark ion fuel, I'd like to see what this is here. It takes the packaged rocket fuel, dark matter crystal right here, and then we get the ionized fuel. So all we got to do is take the output. So all those jennies would have to come up and then package the rocket fuel with this part here, this new part. So you see what I was saying is that all those jennies have to be torn up. Oh, well, now that I see that. What's this little icon right here? It's like a water icon. I wonder why that's there. It kicks out, what is this here? Yeah, the compacted coal. So that turbo fuel plant looks like it's going to be around as long as that whole entire build is going to be. So we'll pick that one there. And then, oh wait, this one here. And then, oh, this is another alternate for the dark matter crystal. It just takes the residue directly. Wow. So what are the other recipes here? Oh, I didn't realize we can take the SAM and make dark matter. The safe one. The one we're doing down below. That's interesting. So there's another way to do it. Okay, we'll pick that one. So that means there's one more hard drive left to research right now. And I don't know if it's going to do it. Or I have to restart. Oh, it took it. All right. Well, I'm going to stand around and I'm going to wait for this. Because I want to see if I can run the second one. I don't want to carry a hard drive around with me. So if it's the same one we saw, or that dark matter one, the crystal, then I'll just pick it and I'll carry on. I'm putting the power plants in right now, and I'm not connecting the pipes, but I'm doing all the power and everything. God, it freaked me out. This thing. So I want to get that sulfur before I put all the pipes in, and then I gotta tie in the compacted coal to the old turbo fuel plant. But before I do that, I'm going to refactor it and pull up machines. What's nice about this is the max connections will go down because I won't need as many refineries, and the compacted coal comes out completely. Then there's 2 less trains now, too. So 2 less stops, 2 less trains. I think I've got... Oh, no, I got 1 train. So all that comes out, and it simplifies it. Now, the other thing is I'll have 130 gigawatts total, plus whatever I calculate. So right now... Oh, I think what's happening here is it's connecting the first of those generators. Every time I do a row, it's another 625 megawatts. So that's going up now. So we're up to 30. And then once we get all that power connected, or I, we because me, you because of what you're watching. Once all that's connected up, we can start to do some crazy stuff. I'd like to bootstrap this up. I don't know. Let's see here. Because we need this for building. I've got everything here except the time crystal. So I could, I got those on the network. And this kicks out the dark matter residue. All you get is put in a tank and pull it up. I'm not worried about it. Or we could process this into some material like the dark matter crystals. So I'd like to get this done because I'm struggling. I want to... The 48 by 48 I'm hoping is big enough for a intersection, or no, a T. And then I can signal it, and I can plop it down, and I'll have like a couple versions, one with maybe some, slabs of concrete underneath it, and one without. So I could, don't have to worry about height and all that. So I think I'll do this, but I don't want to do it right now. I want to focus on my power. All right, so I'm going back to it. Oh boy. What have I done? Oh my god, this took forever. Kind of. And there's a little bit of an issue. Everything in Satisfactory is slow as all get out. Big ass machines, slow as F. It really annoys me. So the beams, as you can see, I went over and added more beam machines, more pipe machines. I added another motor build to what I already had. And I don't know if I could support it with the rotors and stators. I don't care. Because the buffers will run out and then I have the parts. So whatever. When you got I call that the hub now. That's going to be the hub. So with the dimensional storage and everything, you could beef up certain things because other things aren't going to run, you know what I mean? So don't sweat it. But when it comes to production, yeah, you want things to run smoothly. But when it's a hub, screw it. Just beef it up. All right, folks. Well, all these are in. I haven't done the sulfur yet, but I can support 12 banks. 12! And I got to see how much power we're going to get out of that. So I'm at 35. What is this saying here? Well, look at the blips are now rounded off a little bit more. Just a tad, but it's going to completely roll it out now. So we have, I wish that this number wasn't so gray. 36 gig. Yeah. So our max connections are here. Our power is here. So we're fine. Even with all the crap I have connected. So I could probably sloop those things up there and get more, the nuclear pasta. I'll sloop those up and run that thing like crazy. So what I'm going to do is I left this section of pipe out. Bam. And I want to hook one up here at a time. Look at that. Bonk. 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 Wow, this is running slow. There we go. I think this... I'm going to hook one up, you know, and then I'll... on screen here, and then we'll do the rest. I'll do the rest off screen. But I want to see this thing coming online, so let's go over here and check this out. 37 gig. Yeah, it's going to fluctuate because of the stupid plastic over there. So this thing is working hard here. It's like, sploosh. 6 at a time, even though it's 150 a minute. And then this thing's taking 10 per minute. Well, it's 1 a minute, 1 every craft. So it does take time to trickle down. And like I said, I underestimated because I know the pipes suck. Although they do try to blame it on us pioneers, you know. See how this one's kind of like, All right, we're looking good here. So I'm at the end, closer to the end here. Now that's at 50, see. And we've got a couple more. This one's getting 33. It's going up pretty quick now, see? So yeah, it takes a while. That's why you don't want to turn these things on all at once, because it's going to be your coal and your sulfur. These aren't running, they're all going to run like crazy. What you want is that I want those to kind of back up and stutter, you know, potentially, so it's not consuming as much. And then I'll keep going on down the line. All right, I'm going to pipe all these up one at a time. Wait for it to buffer. Yeah, that's my life today. All right. I'll check back in when I get the whole thing online, and then we'll check it out. Wow, folks. I climbed this mountain, and I found a geothermal. Yeah, that was up here. I tied it in to this rail. So here we are. Look at that, huh? Holy crap. So I thought about the naming of the stations, and I will have to make them unique, I think. So I called this Sulfur 1202. So now I have to look at all the train stops and determine, well, what's this one and that one, and how many do I have of this? So it's going to get tedious. Now, they do these random names, but I want to know what this is when I'm looking at the map and looking at the trains and things, so it helps. You'll also notice the capacity, 99. Yeah, it's bouncing around. We got some issues down there. I've never built rocket fuel until now. So, yeah, there's something I'm going to have to do. Oh, and I screwed up. And I have to redo the rail, which is fine. You know, it is what it is. There's always something. The reason I have to redo the stops. I have to push them out because I miscounted. I thought I had finished. I don't know how I did it, but I did. So there are, it's supposed to be 8 and 8, 2 blocks of 8. And I went 8 and 6 because I think I had 6 in my head for whatever reason. And I'm loving this ion fuel. This is lasting forever. Look at this. I'm just kind of floating down. This is great. Look at that. Yeah, the ion fuel is really what you want. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I lost count because I'm afraid I'm going to die. There we go. I don't have to come back here and get my box. Oh, sulfur. What's going on here? Oh, yeah, that's why. Because I have 2 trains on one node, and this whole thing is on. I turned it all on. So I did the tanks here. I don't know how this is. So here's the problem I noticed. When I turned everything on, what happened was the nitrogen isn't getting all the way down to the end. So what I think I'm going to do is move have the two nitrogen trains, but 2 stops to supply each bank of 8 because the pipe is too long. So this platform can easily be extended out. And then the train, I'll have it pull up here. And I don't know, I might have to redo this a little bit here to make the turn that way. So I'll play around with that. Yay. Alright, so you aren't going to believe what this frickin' rail looks like. It's a mess. But I need the bigger blueprint. Oh, I added these crates here. Yeah, so the sulfur's running out. And that's to be expected. And so plenty of coal. And yeah, plenty of coal. That's because the sulfur is farting out. We're gonna have to, have this second train here. So I will steal this train right here, and we'll let it unload. And I'm gonna switch it to the sulfur with the parentheses 2. And it's a long ride, and I'm gonna leave it at 1200. So basically, I got 2400 sulfur and 1200 coal, which is more than I need, and I want it that way, just to be sure that the material gets here. I went and downsized or right-sized the old nitrogen or nitro fuel power plant. So that's all done and ready to go. And I only had to shave off 4 turbo fuel plants, so it's a total of 21. So we're getting extra fuel. Granted, we have to have the oil too. All right, let's go into our schedule here. And I'm going to go turn off the self-drive. Edit. And we're going to take this sulfur off. I hope this works. And there we go. Save changes. Turn on self-driving. Oh, crap. So we got a signal issue here. Damn. Turn off wait. Okay, there we go. I want to push this out. I don't want any trains blocked up here. Okay, right here. Oh, yeah, this is it. Probably. That's it. How did that happen? Wait a minute. Let's see. It looks like... Oh, yeah, okay. You know what happened? These darn things. So, Wait a minute. It has to go on this side. Oh, that was my bad. And look at how squirrely it is. There, finally. Ugh. There. Finally got it. Holy cripes. What a pain in the butt. Okay, hopefully that's the only one. I placed that manually, and it squirreled on the other side. Alright, now we'll turn on self-drive. There we go. Looks like the signals are good, because it would have complained right here about anything going forward. So yeah, it's all it is one signal. That's why it's good to standardize your signals on your rail in the blueprint and then put it down so you don't have these flipping around things there. Look at this, man. So I had to clip through here. Yeah. By the time I got down here, I was like, crap, I'm not. I could have lowered here, but I'm like, I'm not redoing it. I noticed it after. So I've got a little twisty turny. Look, double helix, baby. Now I want to get the blueprint unlocked so that, like I said, so I can work on this design. As you can see, it's kind of tight there. I had to freeform it, but the concept's here. It can be done. Double helix with the train, and here we are. It literally took no time to get up here. This is awesome. And then we got this amazing view right here of the power plants. Isn't that crazy? Looks like some aren't working there. Yeah, that's to be expected. Alright, now here's the true test. Alright, looks like we're good. Because it would have farted out right then and there and said, no bueno, no good. Okay, so here we go. We are good on that. So I have 2 trains going to 1 stop for coal. Yeah, look at this thing. So what are we missing? Oh, I see. Oh, I want to put this loop in here. Whoop. There we go. What is going on with you? Oh, I didn't connect this one. Well, we'll do that now. There we go. I want them all connected. I was wondering why it was so low. Because it seemed like I was like, wait a minute, because I'm at 97 gig right now, and that's including the nitrogen or nitro fuel. So, and that's 625 times 21. This is 625 times 203 or something. It's some insane number, some ridiculous number. So as you can see, some of the stuff is working fine. Let's go down this way. Now the nitrogen, yeah, see down here. Oh, and then look at this. I bounced up somehow, you know, and this happens. This happens so much. These are going to be yellow because of the... Oh, wait, what do we got here? Okay, sulfur is the issue. Once that sulfur train starts catching up, then we should be good because it's, like I said, it's 2400. Hopefully the frequency is there enough to where it'll build up. And I did underbuild the power, as you can see, you know, as I mentioned. So we got some red here. Now, right over here, turn my light on now, where I have this joint here, if I can find it. Here it is. I did put a valve in. It's not going to help pressure, but I thought, well, let me put a valve in to keep the gas from going backwards. I don't know if that's a mechanic, if they have that in the game. So the valve is set to 600 and mainly to keep back pressure or backflow. So we'll see if that works, you know. But the other option, like I said, is just have another train stop. And I'll have to redo some platforms here, potentially. It's more busy work than anything else. But if I want to make this a full, you know, a full thing here, 16, 8, and 8, I have to remove all the stops and redo that whole thing anyway. So that sucks. Sucks to be me. Alrighty, pioneers. I want to end this episode. It's getting long. And excited photonic matter. So my assumption is that this recipe here is taking the light and creating this matter, because there is no input. This threw me off when I looked at it. Now I want those processors and I want that blueprint frickin' thing. So we're gonna do that. Now I'm a bootstrapper because, you know, the hub is just, you know, you can do whatever you want for the hub. You get the hub done is, obviously you need to unlock stuff, build stuff, do this, do that. But when it comes to certain things, you can just bootstrap and get the MAM and the hub done so that you can progress a little easier, you know. And I'm all about doing that. So let's go ahead and hook up. I like these pipes because they're kind of clean. There we go. Whoa. So let's go. Here it is. No, not that one. This one. So we get this dark matter residue and the disco lights. There we go. I hope you liked my disco song. I think it was the last episode. That was fun. Oh, I went right through that. Ooh. Woo. Cool. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'll put a tank here just to be safe. And then I'm just going to hand feed this thing. I should make that my active milestone. This is very weird. It locks to the center. So I think maybe because this is what the manufacturers used to do. Drove me nuts. So now this thing, you can't lock it to the pipe output. I hope they fix that. All right, here we go. Oh, look at that. Let's go over here. Oh my god, that is epic. Oh, cool. It lifts up and... Oh, look at that. Those arms go around, or those zappy things, and they're zapping. It's rewriting the codes of all the items. Well, it's creating a neuro processor. Oh, look at that. Down there, it's kind of smoking. Oh, look, zappies. That is so cool. Oh my god. That is awesome. Oh, let's see here. We got some smoke here. Oh, I could sloop it up, but 2 gig. Hey, we got him! 2! There we go. I want to see them how they look on the belts. Wow, those things are huge! Oh, that is neat. Yeah, those those are massive. That's a processor, folks. AMD and Intel, eat your heart out. I like it. All right, I'm going to gather the materials, and we'll get the blueprint thing done. I want to hear what Ada has to say about it. There is a strange light in the world. Look at this thing. I noticed this beam of light. You know, it's like collecting photons. I was like, oh my god. And look, it lines up to the space elevator thing up there, pretty much. That is so cool. Oh, I hooked this up too. That is so awesome. Can you imagine having like a bunch of these lined up? Oh my god, I can't wait to get the next phase done for the final phase. That looks really good now, you know, with it being dark. All that busyness. Oh, I love it. Oh, so I hooked this up. Oh, I'm in photo mode. There we go. Get out of there. This recipe takes the dark matter residue, converts it into dark matter crystals. Well, I'm like, all right, well, let me collect some of those. And aside from maybe losing a little bit of material, pulling up the tank, because I'm like, well, I don't need the tank anymore. 234 so far. Yes, and I got almost all... Oh, I think they're done. I think it's done. Bam. 100. So, you know, the bootstrapping also, too... I mean, I like to set things up in production and figure things, you know, obviously. But this kind of gives you an idea of, okay, how do I... What's going on with this thing? Oh, I can do this. Oh, I can do that. So hooking all this up was very helpful. So now I can expand on it and go, all right, now I have the knowledge, you know. And I start seeing the relationships with the numbers, because not everything jumps out at you all at once. And it's good to do that. The little bootstraps. Take all. There we go. Collected everything. That light just came on, I think. All right, Ada. What do you got for me? Shabam! Oh, yeah, we got to hit the button. Oof. Delete. All right.
Milestone reached.
Yes.
The Blueprint Designer Mark III allows for 20% increased blueprint size in all dimensions, for an overall 71.2% increase in volume.
Whoa.
Sadly, I doubt we will see equivalent increases in your efficiency.
Oh, that was perfect. That was worth it. Getting that little poke at you. There it is, folks. And they did not advertise this. Oh, what do I need? Oh, I need the 10 more processors. Okay. Wow, my fused modulars are going pretty quick. I might have slooped those back up. 10 more. That means I got to get more of these trigons. And okay, I'll work on that. And I want to check it out. I want to see what's going on. Kaboom. Oh, you better be good. There it is, folks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 6 tiles. Okay. Now, let's get some foundations out here. Well, I could do it here on the... Well, I like these for guidelines better, because that's what I use, you know. Alrighty, Pioneers. I'm playing around with this thing. I got some power here. Some things that I'm noticing that are kind of annoying is I don't understand why this rail, you can't rotate or anything. It just faces that way. And other times it's straight like that, but it flips. So I don't know if it has something to do with the concrete piece, because you can rotate these. I never thought to do that. Ah, there we go. So the orientation of the concrete piece has... Wait a minute. Oh, see, it's still going off to the side. So I want it this way. or I want it to face sideways. But this helps. There we go. Yeah, because it's going off that way. So you have to have these rotated a certain way, because I use this as a reference because I got all the grids on there. But so the other issue is that I need more than one slice of rail. And so, for example, you see how it's flipping that way? So if I remove these here, I might be able to flip this. Let's see if it... Yeah, now it's that way. See, I don't want to have to constantly guess where it is, because you can place it and then it goes the way you want to go. It'll... The problem is right with the rail is there's no anchor point. It doesn't curve to like the belt. There's no build menu, for example here, build snap mode. It says hold control, that's it. So there's no build mode with rail, and I don't understand why they didn't do it that way. Why can't we have it like the belt, where it'll curve at a 90 or whatever, you know. I understand you want it to be freeform, but in some instances I'd like to be able to lock on to a point and drag and have the curve kind of form to a whatever is legal for the trains. So the problem is that now I need to, you know, go as far, like I can go here. That's the shortest run I can have with the rail. It's 1.5 of these foundations. But if I want to do an intersection and see how, yeah, let's see here. Yeah, I don't understand. There, see, now it flips that way. Okay. So there you go. These are the things you kind of learn as you go. So 1.5 tile is the minimum. Now, there's 2. This is even, which is good. So 2, 4, 2, 4, 6. The other one was 5. The Mark II. So now I can go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And I can make a 90 now. But the issue here isn't that. Well, yeah, here, let me back up. So, that's the minimum rail piece. But, yeah, oh, okay, here, well, I'll just start from here and move my way back. As long as it's facing a way that I want. If it faces sideways, then you gotta go, all right, I want it, if I want to go this way, you have to be in the middle of the block, and then it'll line up to the middle of the, so it'll run this way in the middle. Okay, so now that's 2. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's move this out of here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So now I have, bam, I have that part. So I have, this would be, a train is coming from this destination, and it's going, you know, north in this case. So it's heading westbound, and it wants to go northbound. So that handles that condition there. So now I gotta go here, and it needs to be lined up. You have to have a reference point, and the reference point is the block end, you know. So let me get rid of this. Now this is a 90. This is also what I wanted to do. I wanted to have a piece for the 90-degree turn. Now I can do that. So that's great. So for example, now this one, I want to go this way. It lines up perfectly. We've got a flat edge and everything. So I'm going northbound, and I want to go eastbound now. Now I can connect... Yeah, here's this crap again. I can go over here probably. So if I pull this block or that up, it might work. So go in the center and work your way backwards. And then that fixes that problem. And then you can go all the way down. But you don't want to do that, because you want to have attach points just in case. So you see how that's not going to work there. So I'll have to play around with this a little more. So there's the kind of the framework. Now the issue, though, is that you need to go further back to attach this rail to. But now if I wanted to go from here to here, I can't. Because, and you know, if I do smaller slices, it might work, but I doubt it. So let's go halfway there, because this is the minimum amount there. We'll do another halfway. There's another one. And then the final. There we go. So if I pull from here, see how it's it can't resolve it. It's too tight. It says too sharply. It turns too sharply. If I go from here to here, again, too sharp. So that needs to be, we need to connect further back. But the framework is here. So I can place this down and have a reference to what I need to do. And then I just extend the rails out a little bit once this is placed. And then I might be able to signal this. Let's see if I can. So there we go. We got a block signal here, like so. That is for this signal to read. And there will be another signal path, there to read this one. And then over here, we want to, this is the path signal. So we got to go on this side there. There we go. So this path signal will read the block over here and the block over there. I think that's how we do it. Yeah, so I'm going to save this blueprint and I'm going to go out in the world and test it out. You know, put the rail in, see what's going on. But I like the fact that I can do a 90-degree turn. I think next episode what I want to do is I want to finish the milestones and we'll get everything unlocked because we can. And that way I can get all the information so that I can build to those 3 parts. Because we are missing that final part. Ouch. Oh, I almost died. Or I almost hit. Then we can maybe do this one. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not worried about this stupid thing right here. The gun is fine. I don't need all this stupid stuff. So I don't want to set this because it'll be in my way. And then we'll get the portals. This is the main one right here. I need to know what's involved. I wouldn't doubt it's got something to do with this crazy thing here. So, all clad, crystal oscillator, dark matter. Got it all. I'll run some crystal oscillators. I'll get those going, and then we'll unlock that thing. So, hey, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And, before I take off here, I always do this. I always think of something. I do have these slooped now. So, look at the power. It's way down here. We're way up here. So the power plant's doing pretty good now. It's been running. So hopefully the sulfur caught up, you know. I'll go and check it. 7 coupons. Alright, thanks for watching. Peace out.